Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. So I'm going to continue to what I was talking about in the last video, which was this country here, Turkmenistan. And the one country that did it for me was Ashkabat, this country. Now I've been looking at some photographs of this city, and because it's really an interesting city. It's a very secretive place. It's known as a ghost city. Not many people live here. All the buildings are empty. But it looks very, very futuristic and very modern. However, looking at some of the photographs, it seems that people do live here. I mean, look at this. It's a pyramid with an all-seeing eye, look. This is actually a Ferris wheel. And what's this at the top? What's this supposed to be here? Is it like a resonator again? Now, some people have been saying it's free energy. Now, I'm not quite convinced. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. But I'm going to show you some interesting stuff in this video. So, yeah, let's go. So, yeah. I mean, look at this building here. Look how futuristic it looks. You'd think that was somewhere like Dubai, wouldn't you? Looking at that. That's one. So we're going to start off with the Ferris wheel. So this apparently is what Ferris wheels used to look like or not. I don't know. But it's very strange Ferris wheel. Look at some of the photographs. Look at that. Look how amazing. Doesn't that look like a blooming something out of a sci-fi movie? When you look at this city, look. Supposedly an empty city. Look at this. It looks incredible, doesn't it? What's this supposed to be? And apparently all these buildings are empty. Now, there was a guy called Drew Binsky, I think it was. Famous vlogger, very famous. So you can't always trust him. But he went to this city and said it was empty. It felt like it was in North Korea. I mean, are these cities that are going to be filled up in the future? These, when they depopulate the world and who's ever's left, are they going to transport them to these cities? And that'll be the Great Reset. That'll be, and there will, yeah, that'll be the Great Reset. And these will be like the new London or New York. Well, this is a Ferris wheel, guys. Look at it. Look at it. These are the pods. Look how futuristic it looks. So it's like a pyramid again, isn't it? It's like it looks like an Eiffel Tower shape. And look at the lights on it. It looks incredible. This is one of many. I'm going to show you. Wait till what you see later at this shopping centre. So there are people, apparently. But what I'm going to show you is something interesting. I mean, look at these buildings here. Look at the colour, the light up. It's very weird. It's just it's like a different reality, isn't it? Could these be the future New World Order cities? Because when they do these resets, do they mean they change a reality? So they'll erase anything in this history like they have done in the past, from what we've been told. It's really incredible. I mean, they do have some kind of elements of this reality in this where we are today, you know, the West. Like these, we have these like the carousels and stuff, but it's other things that I find interesting. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is their logo, the city's logo. Yeah. So this is Drew Binsky, a famous vlogger. Now, we went to this city, and I'm gonna, due to copyright strike, to stop copyright strike, I'm gonna have to, for some reason, put the bloody link in. But it's probably worth a watch anyway, even though not to be trusted with 3.2 million subscribers. But he vlogs around the world in different countries, and he went to this place, the world's strangest city, Ashkabat, Turkmenistan. And what he found out was the city was empty.
90% of all workers are employed by the government. So when I hear
what's interesting, he mentioned about how
country, if you like weird off the beaten path destinations, then this might be my most exciting video yet. Get ready to hear about life in this bizarre post-Soviet Central Asian country.
Welcome to Turkmenistan.
With less than 10,000 visitors a year, Turkmenistan ranks as the 7th least visited country in the world. Why? Because it's extremely difficult and pricey to get in.
There you
Much
go.
like North Korea.
So it's similar to
every
North
tourist
Korea, and it has that
must
similar
organize
vibe.
to get the visa.
80% of buildings, yeah, are white marble.
Okay. So he mentioned how it's all empty, and all the buildings are white and futuristic. It's incredible, guys. It really is. And we have a propaganda TV show like North Korea, apparently. It's amazing. It really is.
During the day, almost like a ghost
So he
town.
said he mentioned it's like a
walking around
ghost
the middle
town.
of downtown Ashkabat, and it is just so weird. You got all these white buildings everywhere and these like monuments staring at you. The only people around here are construction workers and soldiers.
There you go, construction workers and soldiers. So he just mentioned it there. So what's really going on in these places? What's really going on in these places, guys? So back to Google Maps now, and so we've got this here. I mean, so it's an empty city, it's full of soldiers, so that's what he says. There's barely anyone around, it's only government officials. So you got to ask yourself what this city's really built for. Why, like I showed you in the last video, they built these massive highways, you know. So now what I'm going to show you guys is really quite incredible, to be honest with you, with some of the photographs. I mean, look at this, look at that. I mean, that was 3 months. That was way before Christmas even. And look at the, you know, these aren't even Christmas lights. These are just like how it is. It's like a totally different world, isn't it? It's amazing. But it gets better. I mean, look, they've got the star, this weird star here with coloured fountains. And this is, not many people are allowed to visit this country. I mean, look, we don't even have anything like this in the UK. But I'm going to show you something else interesting. So these people are actually put this stuff up. I mean, it's like, look at going down Las Vegas or Dubai or something. Looking at that, but you're not allowed to visit it. And they don't even, the thing is, what I find weird is everyone knows about North Korea, but they don't mention this country or this city. No, the mainstream media don't talk about this at all. And it makes you wonder why they're trying to keep people away from it. It's incredible. But this is where it gets interesting, guys. So there are actually people here. You know, he said it's a ghost city and it's only government officials. That guy in that YouTube video, Dubinsky, because apparently he was there. Well, watch this. Look at all this. Look, what's this? Look at the stairs. Look at this lift here. They're lifts. Can you see that? That's a lift. This is supposed to be a communist propaganda country that's not where the people are not very wealthy at all, and it's supposed to be an empty ghost city. But look at that. That's one of many. I mean, look at the ceiling. Look at that. Well, that's way more ahead of technology than what we have. I mean, it's only lighting and everything, but still, it's incredible. And they don't show us this. It's like, why? Nobody talks about this. I mean, look at that. That's as advanced as a mall we have in America or the UK, if not more so in some places. I mean, look at this ceiling in a minute, guys. Look at this ceiling in a minute. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Look. What videos do they show? That's the ceiling. It just fascinates me, guys, that they say that this is a ghost city with government officials and soldiers and not many people live here, but you do see people around, and you just look at some of the tech around it and some of the buildings, how they lit up at night, so it looks amazing. The buildings look futuristic. I mean, look at this. How much money's spent on that? You know? Look at this. That's incredible. And the ceiling, look. Look at the ceiling. What the hell's that? Look at that. That's it's moving, look. It's like a futuristic city, and then you've got all these lights round here. It looks incredible, guys. What I'm showing you, did you see that? Look at that, it's moving. And then you've got all these little lights round here and all these light plasmas. So this is a shopping centre. This is one of two. And then I showed you that futuristic wheel. You know. Look at that. We don't have anything like that in London or the UK, really. It just looks like a city of the future. I mean, is this where they're going to transport whoever's left? If they depopulate the world? It's going to be a city of the future, a major city of the 500 million that will be left. Because it just looks like it is. It's very bizarre, guys. It's very, very bizarre. So I'm having a quick look at the Ferris wheel again. I mean, look at this, though. I mean, what is that? Look at the buildings, like I said again. Even they're lit up, they look futuristic. It's very weird, isn't it? It looks empty, look. It looks completely empty. And then you've got all this here. That's a Ferris wheel. It's got that Tartarian look to it. It's very bizarre. I mean, is it an octagram or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's an octagram. An octagram. And what are these symbols here? I wonder if it's something to do with Freemasonry. There's a lot of symbology here, though, definitely. I mean, the pyramid, the eye. I mean, the people that live here, do they know what's going on even? You know, the people that live in this country that are already here, do they know that this is going to be the city of the future? They're not allowed to say anything. Because you look at in the past, a lot of these other countries like Armenia, and a lot of these so-called Illuminati and a lot of these big, what you see, big Hollywood stars are from countries like Armenia and the Middle East and all these weird countries that you don't really hear much about. Georgia, Azerbaijan, which, okay, yeah, I'm sure there's many people in there that don't know what's going on. But I'm talking about these Stan countries like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and, you know, what's going on here. Okay, it just amazes me, guys. I mean, it's incredible. I just want to show you a picture of this state university in the dome and the detail on it. Even that looks incredible. And this is an all-white city. It's the biggest marble city in the world, apparently. But when you build, like, and it's an empty city, like we're told, and then you see people in the shopping centres, and then you see that YouTube going out there and saying it's just government officials and soldiers, it doesn't really all add up. It doesn't make any sense to what's really going on here. I mean, we can only speculate what's going on. I mean, this is a huge city. Like I said, just look at it. It's incredible. Even all this, it's like, and the bushes and everything, it just looks so neat and tidy. Completely empty, look. No one there. I mean, are those people in that shopping centre just families of government officials and soldiers? You've got to ask that as well. I mean, it could be, well, a city of the future. It could be a new world order city altogether, where they repopulate them. The thing that strikes me with this city to the ghost cities in China that you see, these big massive ghost cities are built in China that's supposed to house millions of people, is this looks really modern and futuristic compared to other cities in China that just, a lot of them are just big tower blocks. It does make you wonder what's really going on here, guys. But like I said, it could be when they get their population down to 500 million, like it says in the stone. Like I said, they don't just put these up for the sake of it, like it's just a game, you know. If they're putting these up and they're writing them down for us all to see, it means they're serious about it and that this is their goal. So when they get the population down to 500 million, will they destroy all these other big cities in some catalysm or whatever, whatever it causes to destroy these cities like London, New York, Paris, destroy anything in the West, and then repopulate whoever's left into this city? And these cities like this, like I said, the Nur Sultan one as well, which is another one nearby. I'll show you Nur Sultan in a minute. And then repopulate this city, and this will be the new reality, where this is the new West. This is where the focal point will be in the media in the future. The media will focus on this city, and they will probably teach future generations a false history and erase anything in this history, and this will be the new reality, whatever they're creating in this city with all the lights and everything. God heck knows. Kind of like there's probably been other resets before. I mentioned, go watch Population Zero. I'll just put it in now. I'll show you in a minute, but I'm just going to show you this city first because I've showed you before. So it could be this city, could be a future New World Order major centre. And another one I think is possible is this city as well. It looks very similar, a bit different but very similar, because you just look at it. Because I do think they change reality. I think they change locations to where major important urban areas are. I think once upon a time it was the Middle East, which was an important centre. But now I think this could be the new location, because you've got that similar style look in this city in Kazakhstan. I mean, look at this, is incredible. And they could teach whoever's left and the future generations, when they move into these cities, a false history, like this was always here and London and Paris never even existed, or what was here never existed. Because even these, you got the pyramid there, look again. It's like they've got the triangle to represent the eye there. It just amazes me, guys, where they're going with all this and what it could be. But yeah, if you want to see what the Great Reset could look like, I'm not going to play it because I'll get a copyright strike. Go watch Aftermath Population Zero, A World Without Humans. So it shows Population Zero, A World Without Humans. What would happen if tomorrow every single person on Earth disappeared? Not dead, simply gone, just like that. A world without people, where city streets are still populated by cars but no drivers. A world where there is no fixed bridges or repaired broken windows. After being on the receiving end of humanity for millennia, nature would finally be given a chance to take the world back. But how would it work? How long would it take for skyscrapers and houses last if they were abandoned? How would the suburb pets feel without people to feed them? So it's really worth watching, because in the end it shows all the cities like London, Paris and New York are completely disappeared. You wouldn't even recognise them anymore. because they've fallen into decay in over about, I think it was about 200 years. So yeah, give that a watch. But yeah, two really interesting cities. You know, look very similar, futuristic, totally different reality to what we have. Look at some of these buildings, are incredible though, guys, and how they build them. Right, cheers guys.